Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about risk and reward ratio and ROI, return on investment, in looksmaxxing. My name is Savash. I dedicated myself to looksmax, to actually obsess myself with it, and I'm taking you on with the journey on this channel. Follow me for the progress and stuff. I'm at the start of it, and I'm going to explain now why risk and reward ratio and also ROI is so important to me, because you have to be rational with the things that you are doing, all right? I'm going to give you an example for the risk-reward ratio. So you have to weigh the risk and the reward, all right? Like, is the risk worth the reward? For example, there are lengthening surgeries which have the reward of being taller than 6 foot and even taller than that, like to become 6'2" or something. And the risk is never walking again. Now think about it. Is that worth it? Is that worth it to risk not ever walking again and not, like, you are guaranteed to never do sports, like truly compete in sport or anything, to train properly in any type of normal sport where you have to walk, run, or jog or anything? You're out of that. So I would say, for me personally, doesn't make sense. Well, for some though, they would say, you know what? I am 5'4". To be 6 foot, I'll risk that. I'll just give it up. And that's your own preference. That's a subjective preference. I believe objectively even it doesn't make sense, because life has much more to give than just to look good. Of course, I'm a looks maxer. I won't say I'm black pilled. I'm like white pilled, but I won't risk that much, all right? I'm already 6 foot. I wouldn't ever do a lengthening surgery. Leg lengthening surgeries are they're just too risky. It doesn't make sense. I enjoy playing football and playing basketball too much to do it, going out to hike. So I'm not engaging in that, for example. But there's other surgeries, like double jaw surgeries, which have a high reward. You will be excessively more attractive if you have a recessed mandible or maxilla. You will 100% look better through a Lefort 1 or Lefort 2 surgery, which is, well, Bimax basically. And yeah, that has a high reward, all right? You will definitely look better if you have a recessed jaw and maxilla, but the risk is basically not there. If you're doing it in a good clinic, there's basically no risk. Like, if you're doing it at a good place that already has a couple of testimonies that they've done a good jobs, you will have no risk. So you will just look better. You won't have any infections. Well, that's the only risk basically. You could get an infection, but it's like 0.01%. So really unlikely to get an infection. So that's a good risk-reward ratio, all right? Now, to the return on investment. ROI is also really important. You don't got to waste your time. I'm also soft maxing. Like, I do a lot of soft maxing. I basically only do soft maxing. I'm not on anything right now. I'm not hard maxing at all. I might be in the future, but not yet. But some soft maxing rituals, like, for example, to do these gua sha massages. I did them. I still have the gua sha things in my refrigerator. They're just rotting there. I'm not using them anymore, because you can do them for 10 minutes every day and you will have 0.1% change in your face. You will get like 1 hour of less bloating in your face, and that's it. And then it will go back to normal. It doesn't help you. It has no return on investment. And if you add it up, like, that's 3,650 minutes a year, and that is like how many hours? Let me do the math. Look, that's like 500. It's more than 500 hours, definitely. It's more than 500 hours. And why though? Like, what? Is it 500 hours? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So 500 hours for what? For 1 hour of less bloat in a day. And thank God for me personally, again, I don't have an issue with bloating. At least I feel like that. I don't have an issue with bloating. I'm quite defined on the face. I just have 2 little bones to show it. But yeah, that's a bad return on investment. Well, good return on investment. Let me think. I don't have an example right now in my head. But here you go. Good return on investment, for example, is mewing. All right? Mewing is a really good return on investment. You will basically have to do nothing. You just have to train. Maybe for a week, you have to learn how to do it properly. And then like a whole month, you just have to learn how to keep it up with the mewing. And then after that, you're essentially making yourself look more attractive by having a more chiseled jaw. All right, you have a better jawline. You will get rid of the skin right here. And it's also, well, it can progress if you're young. I don't know how it is for the case for older people, but if you're younger, it definitely can develop your maxilla and your mandible by that as well, by doing that, because you're applying pressure to the maxilla. And I know people are really critical of thumb pulling and stuff, but it's still true. It does affect the bones. But yeah, that's a good return on investment. Or another one is taping your mouth while you're sleeping, like just not being a mouth breather. Like, you will get better sleep, you will be healthier, you will look better, you will have better breathing. That's a good return on investment. Or yeah, basically. So yeah, that's basically it, all about it. And why am I telling you this? I'm just giving you a thought process of how I am approaching all of the looksmaxxing, because it's important to know with which type of head you are going into this, like with what mentality. Because if you're just going in, just taking whatever, just as long as it makes you look better, you might be sacrificing way more than you actually want to. And I care about it, so I'm thinking about it, and that's how I'm approaching it. I wouldn't just straight up take like TRT or HEH or some insulin-like growth factors, because I just know that they will improve it. I will actually look up how dependent I'll be on them, how much it'll be worth it, what's the return on investment, what, like, can I actually stop, how it will affect my organs, you know what I mean, how it will affect my brain, how it will affect my nervous system, how it will affect my skin, how it will affect my mood. You know, that's all really important, because you don't want to, you don't want to do anything that you don't want to sacrifice. For example, as I said, if you wouldn't know that you could actually do leg lengthening surgery, but you didn't know that you couldn't walk after it, I mean, if I wouldn't know it, I would do it. Because if I can walk after that just like normally, and I can do sports and whatever, what I have to lose? It's just money. Just money. And I won't count in money, all right? Money is a subjective problem. Like, you can just make, like, if money is the return on investment problem that you have, meaning it's way too expensive for you, then money is the problem. It's not the actual looksmaxxing method. It's money, all right? So you just have to make more money. That's why I won't count it in. But yeah, that's basically it. That's, it's important to me that I just look at the risk-reward ratio and also look at the return on investment on it. But yeah, if you like this video, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, be with me on this journey, see what will happen, see how I will change. I already got a couple of videos ahead that I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do daily videos forever, but I'm going to do it actually for some time, as long as I have some new info for you. I'm going to do some videos about how I'm going to improve my eye area, how topical peptides affect you, how injecting some peptides affect you, how some peptides are like fraud maxing, as like the most fraud max stuff that can exist. Like, oh my god, there's some peptides that are so hyped, like some topical peptides. Like, have this in mind, topical peptides, most of them are just, are like they don't affect you that much, all right? And especially some like I will get to it, all right? Just follow me. I will talk about them, but there's some really dumb people on this platform. Well, not on YouTube, but like on Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, I will talk about that. I will talk about gym exercises to looks max. I will talk about what other videos I'm gonna make. Surgeries. I'm gonna talk about I think I'm even gonna make a video about just categories of looks maxing, like, or even categories of black pill. Like, what are the most important things? Like, what is the hierarchy? Like, what is at the top? What comes after that and stuff. So yeah, that's basically it. If you like this video, as I said, just follow me, get on the journey, you know, and may we all ascend. Oh my God, that's so cringe. I need a new slogan. We can't do may we all ascend. Like, it's not Marvel or anything. But yeah, don't rope max. I can't do this, man. I'll see you.